Hey guys, this is Adam and Austin here,
Hey.
and we just finished our local pre-release for Opus 6, and I went 1-3 and then dropped. I'm very bad at sealed, so that was not terribly disappointing. How'd you do, Austin?
Ended up going 4-1. Only loss was to the only 5-0. So finished third out in the event. And I think it was 18 players, I think, total for the event. So sealed's kind of like where I like to play. So it felt pretty good.
I gotta say, simplified sealed in general with this game is not something I'm really comfortable with yet. I'm just kind of not good at it, but maybe it's something that I could feel differently about if I played more of. But I really thought that this set had a better sealed feel. Like maybe they thought more about sealed when they were making it.
I think the one drop backups being reprinted gave it a lot more ability to be able to discard and
because
build your backups.
And you can just have a backup that you play, and then you can dull any one backup to play a one backup CP of any kind. So that was nice.
Yeah.
A couple cards that really stood out for me was Paladin is a Hoss. It really helps you slow your game down if they're it's easy to be good at this sealed game by playing a lot of big forwards fast. So if you get your Paladin out, then you really match up to them. I also like the 5 CP Warrior.
That was a really good card. I actually was able to kind of get some of the synergies with Warrior and Ward to be able to kind of like search for himself.
And did in our game that we have recorded.
And so you guys might get to see that. And then the Hue, the Crystal Chronicles 4 that lets you tutor up a Warrior, so being able to get a Ward and then kind of have that board buff was really cool. Another card that really stood out to me that's kind of like an all-star in sealed and probably will be in the format as well. I know what
you're going to say.
Was the 3-drop Ramu.
Oh gosh, yeah.
That card is insane. Being able to pull 2 in a sealed pull alone is just really good, but being able to like blow up a forward and dull something.
I mean, as a Monsters player, I'm looking at a card like, okay, that card's really good, and if I could go back in time, I'd tell myself, that card's better than you think it is. And I already thought it was really better. So
if you get that card, play it. Just play it. It doesn't matter if the only lightning cards you have. Find a way to play it. It's so good.
Yeah, I was particularly enthralled with the 3 CP Ice Monster with the free activation dolls,
and then that card was snow to dull. Yeah, that's
really good.
Being able to like be so there was 2 games where I was actually able to have like a 2-drop forward like a Dragoon or something like that. And that on the board on turn 1, so you're already threatening 2 damage.
Even if they play 1 forward to defend with, it's like, what do you? Yeah,
you're already out racing them,
right?
So,
so we had a good time, and we actually picked up some extra ones here.
Boom!
And we're gonna pop these open and see what we get.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into this. We've seen these boxes before from other pre-releases. Get a little open here. Nice note. I won't spoil it for you. Nice thank you note from Square Enix. And here's our promo. Fire Guy. Reminds me of Kevin messing with Ryan in The Office. Fire Guy. I can't get that out of my head. It'll always be there. Hopefully now it's in your head. I love getting sleeves in the pre-release. I think it's great. Whether you like the art or not, which I think is really cool.
I think they were better sleeves than last time too. They felt better.
Packs. I mean, you've probably seen these online before, but really great pack. I mean, all the art here. The art from the category 2 is just really great looking. So let's go ahead and jump in here.
Over under how many legendaries you open?
I mean, if I get 1, I'm really kind of cool with it. I don't have crazy pack luck. So we got a Summoner, Shinra EX, Monk, which I'm kind of intrigued by. I'm not.
It was really good in sealed because you could set up some interesting, like, damage reduction, like with Quetzalcoatl, but also being able to blow up powerful forwards like Paul.
Oh yeah, like, that's a good. That's a good.
I literally saved it just for Paul because I heard people like
Paul's crazy and limited. Quetzalcoatl's really kind of intriguing too. So I have a foil Choco Mog.
Ooh.
I'm really very okay with that. I think the card's really interesting. Kind of want to build around it.
Ward's pretty good.
Yeah, Ward seems really good. All right, and so we'll put the foils and the rares up here. So we got a Hades, we got Sid 9, 10, Sid 11, because I know numbers. Mushusu. And Kane. Oh,
Kane.
Kane was really, really hard to face against in Limited. I don't know if this card will see any sealed play or constructed play, but there's only one dark forward in this right now. So usually you play Kane, you're not going to lose him.
Yeah, I feel like Kane's a very solid play in a sealed pool right now because it's only the Nidhogg and it's a 9 CP.
If your opponent's playing Nidhogg against you anyways, you're already getting blown out. Losing your Cane is not going to be the worst part.
Yeah, that's not going to be the
All right, Doom Train, good card.
With the tactic, the 8 art.
Puge is how I'm saying this.
He's PU.
Yeah, it's okay, especially in sealed.
If he was a backup, he'd be alright.
Soldier, Templar, trying to keep my elements together. I feel like I'm mixing them up already. Summoner, White Mage, got a foil Scholar here. Thank you for that assist there. I love this backup. I already talked about it in my win review. Ultimacia, Ramu, and Hilda. Okay, Hilda enters field, draw a card for each forward you control. Only draw up to 4 cards of this ability. And it's a backup.
So Water Standard units is going to like that.
That's true. I'm
Playing
intrigued by
Viking.
that. Here's the card we were just kind of gushing about. I mean,
It's too good.
It's very, very strong. All right. Well, I called for 1 legendary. What did you say? What do you think I'm opening here? You get an advantage.
You got 4 packs left. I'll say you're going to get 2.
Kyros did some work against me, I think.
Kyros is going to be great in a title deck as well.
There's another Scholar.
I'm already licking my chops on that one.
It's an interesting card. It's I don't know how much it's going to see play. Maybe it's a great title card. Geomancer. A lot of Tactics 2 cards in this set. Black Mage. Who's Foil Dragoon. Shout out to Okamoto. Kazusa.
Ooh, the big boy himself.
Epitaph. Oh!
There you go. There's one.
Right. I was skipped over got a little excited. Cobalt Iliyan, and so we got Minwoo here. It's got a lot of text on it that usually means the card is really good. Enters field, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, add a summon to your hand, return the other cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. When he attacks, cast a summon that costs 4 or less from your hand without paying the cost. I mean, the only bad part of this card is its name, and I don't even know if the backup Minwoo is an autoplay anymore.
I don't really think it's that much of a
great card, but I think he's definitely a card that you could play with.
Also, this card was a lot of fun in sealed, having the hue to be able to go search him.
Oh, yeah.
Which was also pretty nice because you got like tutors on tutors.
An Evoker here. Got a Catchi 14. Put in the break zone, choose a summon, choosing a forward you control, cancel effect. I like the card. I think it's really good. 2 CP back was good. I got to live the dream with this guy. I think he's kind of real. But I just like Wind Lightning and I like unblockable stuff. Astrologian. Here's a card that I really like we were talking about earlier. I'm just going to call him Military Cat. He's really good. Worth a look if you pull one. Ward. Ooh, full Sword Saint. I got excited again. Here's a Zoo.
Which I didn't get to play, but saw that it did a lot of work in the matches that it was being played.
I like Formelda. I like her because I really like Orlando from Opus 4. They work really well together. If Orlando's already out, and you get to do something to 8K, you can play this and then play Orlando and break whatever you hit with her. I think it's worth a look.
Also, something interesting with that is that Colossus is in Lightning as well. So when Colossus attacks, it deals everything 1K. Yep. So you can be doing a lot of blowing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. We got a Zell over here. A lot of internal discussion in the returners' home here about whether Zell is great or just bad. I think we've all come around to him being pretty decent. Here's Fusion, Deep Fern, and Material. So, a couple people in our pre-release, newer players, thought that this Materia and what's the dark version?
Oh, Lord, now that you ask, I'm not going to remember.
Well, the point is they can dull for light or dark CP. They are not Cosmos or Chaos. I'm not sure how I feel about the card yet. Time will tell. Like many things, my first impression might be very wrong. Alright, 5 out of 6. Dragoon. Here's the Warrior card, really good. And it's a common, so if you don't see one, your opponents might have some. So a lot of these Dark Knights, and they were fragile. Paladin matches up against this Dark Knight really, really well. I played this Goblin. I called him like Janitor Goblin in my head because he looks like he's made out of a broomstick. And he's okay. He's a good aggro play.
Goblin.
Yeah.
That card's also really good, the Illusionist, having to force attacks.
Interesting. Yeah. I want to play with these Chocobos really bad. I'm looking forward to that.
There's that Colossus that we were talking about.
Ooh, foil Dark Lord. That's
foil
intriguing.
get wrecked card.
Yeah, foil I hate myself card, basically. Neo Bahamut. Might be the only one I've opened so far. I haven't seen it. Yeah, it's an interesting card. I mean, it's undercosted. Here's another Moogle. Cypher and Kurasame.
Which doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's.
I'm excited. I'm interested to see
He's
building
intriguing.
a mono ice like mid range, not that discard concept, but able to go get a Kazuza and blow up with 10k feels not half bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. All right, Celis. Title Love. Not sure how to say this. Sahagan? Think I'm close. Pretty intriguing card. All the monsters were
Squirt
free.
reptile.
Yeah, squirty turtle lizard guy. Raptor. It's pretty playable because you're probably going to find some other tactics too. That's kind of what we've already seen.
One of the best cards all of Opus.
Yeah,
6.
he's pretty interesting there. Evoker, Lock. Oh,
Ooh.
Foil Paul. So
Foil steal your girl.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
We had a lot of fun with Paul. You can do the math yourself, but you know when your opponent is probably playing a 40-card deck, if Paul gets in for damage, he's slipping one card and then into the damage zone and then 5 more. That's not quite 20%, but kind of getting there. He's a really intriguing card. Not at all upset about opening one. Here's a Snow.
Matt!
Ico, and we got another guy. So I've now had 2 pre-releases where I get 2 guys in my pack. So I'm fine with that. The Foil Paul really makes me happy. Getting the Legendary. Minwu, I think, is a good one too. We're going to clean this up, and then we're going to open Austin's kit.
All right, guys. So here's the second extra Opus 6 pre-release kit. We'll be opening this one up. As Adam showed you earlier, everyone's going to get the Guy promo. One thing that's interesting, it's got a little smudge up here, so you can't really tell it. But there's a little smudge there. Apparently everyone's getting in their packs. Sleeves, and then our 6 packs. Let's go through these and see what we get here. Typically, I'm the luckier of the 2 in the group, so we'll see what we can do. Are we going to open them my special way? Or?
Yeah, that's up to you.
All right, so I like to open them this way. Put your rare down, and then your foil, and then we can kind of flip through everything. So, Chocomog. Again, Warrior, we kind of talked about him. A 5k for 9, but getting 2k when it swings is pretty good.
It was a 9K for 5.
Yeah, 9k for 5, and then an extra 2 when it swings. Got a Raptor, which I actually didn't play any wind in mine. I didn't have a lot of wind in my stuff. Soldier, so you can pay 2 and just kind of buff it. So later on in the game, if you've got excess cards you're trying to punch through for damage, not too bad of a card.
I saw somebody break up a very clouded board or a murky board state with that card.
Oh yeah, it can really bust board states. So this was an interesting card to see. This was doing a lot of work on blowing up Amerix because it can deal 10k. So I saw a lot of people take that extra point of damage, hitting this in damage to do that. It's also just a good card. It's straight up blowing up stuff. White Mage. Something interesting too here, her thing is pay 1 and put her into the break zone and choose 1 card and remove it from your opponent's break zone. She doesn't have to tap to do that. So you can tap her and then break her to do it. So something interesting to think about. Kazuza, just blow up stuff in ice, which is interesting. Cypher and Moogle Brothers. And also, guys, we're gonna slow roll those foils and rares to the end. This is our rare pile. This is our foil pile. Rare and foil. And then our uncommons, Sid.
Oh, Wingvern.
Wingvern.
He's going to be my favorite.
I don't think any of us saw this in our pre-release kits, so we sadly don't get to play with them. Ultimecia, it's cute. I don't think there's ever going to be a witch deck, and it might be fun in I don't know, fun tabletop stuff. The card that watches cockatrice. That eye right there. It's coming for you guys.
It's just like a head game play, just to put them down, and then you give the same eye back across the table.
Also, we didn't see one of these in Adams. Both of these cards are actually pretty decent. Templar, it's an 8K 4-drop, but you can choose one forward and tap this, choose one forward during the next turn, and the damage dealt to it is reduced by 2. So it's actually kind of interesting to be able to kind of do some awkward blocking. And then Shock Trooper, which this card is actually pretty good because you can use it just to block, which is an 8K body, which is never bad, and then blow up their hardest, sticky threat. And he's a standard unit, so you can do some interesting shenanigans with like deep ground soldiers and giving him first strike and all sorts of stuff. So that's kind of an interesting card there.
I think some people think it's like too narrow, but after seeing people play with it, I think it could be something there. I'm open to Shock Trooper.
All right, so we have a Hades, which again, not a bad card. It's a 5-drop, deal 1, doll forward, choose one doll forward, break it, and then the owner of that forward discards a card from hand. I think it's too expensive. If it was a 5-drop EX burst,
it'd be pretty nasty.
Because that'd be similar to Mateus.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of good, but yeah, I think for 5 and no EX.
At the end of the day, you're kind of looking at a 3 CP net break a doll forward because your opponent's going to be set back up to CP. That's not a bad card, but I think you could do better with other summons.
Kyros, which I'm super excited about going into 8 title deck. Evokers, again, if you get any of the 1-drop backups, just play them.
Give them a look. Yeah,
don't
really write
good.
them off at all.
Dark Knight, which I actually didn't see any of these in my actual pre-release kit.
I'm not a huge fan. I wouldn't play them personally, but I'm not really good at this format either. So.
Also, something to pay attention, the special abilities, you have to pay that actual color. So if you've got something with 3 lightning, that might not be that great for special abilities. So pay attention to that when you're doing this. Astrologian and the kitty cat, the military cat.
Yeah.
Again, great to just say screw it and drop on turn 1 because they have to answer it immediately. So, here is pack number 4. There's our rare, and there is our foil.
I was just thinking we haven't seen any legendaries yet, but we haven't seen
any of them. So Neo Bahamut, Rajan, which we've seen a cipher there, and hopefully we might see that legendary cipher. And Matt, something cool. Also, he searches for a monk so he can grab Sabin.
That's true.
Something interesting about that. Celis, which is just in general. She's a good card. She's going to see a lot of play, I feel like. Shinra, searching his Gull Wings. Again, that's just going to be good in a title deck.
Very good in title.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that card kind of pushes me towards a 10 title deck.
Summoner. Ward, which again is, I think, going to be better than initially looked at because it gives all warriors plus 2,000.
Other than himself, right?
Yeah, other than himself. So all job warriors. So this is actually, I think this is a really good card to pay attention to in your sealed kits. Zoo,
it's still
Quetzalcoatl.
The 0 activation monsters are kind of like
that really breaks a lot of the game.
Helps your CP situation, like your colors. It's not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not Zoop specifically. I'm not sure, but all the monsters were better than I thought they were going to be.
And one cool thing about Cactar is typically you're going to be playing at least 3 colors in sealed, just because of the way everything's set up. So if you have a Cactar, he's going to be hitting for 12K usually.
Yeah.
So that doesn't feel
good
bad.
Removal. It's very good removal in sealed. It might be good in constructed too.
Pack number 5. There's a rare and foil. And we have Cobalt Iliyan, which I was interested to look at. I didn't play it, but I was checking it out. Estinian, the Haster, which great card, but not great in sealed because you have to have the lightning backups to play it. So not as great as
it's pretty tough to
you should
get out of
think.
hand.
The boy that your girl told you not to worry about, Super Titan. If you get this card, you should just play it just because the EX Burst alone is great.
Yeah.
Giving something 2K and then making them fight alone is just nasty. And it doesn't hurt your forward on the back end, so you just get to punch something for.
I think that card is okay. It's a little pricey. The EX Burst makes it. I'm talking for constructed here.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure it makes my cut for constructed, but I like what the card is doing a lot. Rob on backup's one of my favorite Earth cards.
So Ninja, actually a pretty decent backup. When it enters the field, choose 1 damage forward, deal it 5k. So a 2-drop to deal something 5k if it's already been damaged. You can set up some interesting, combat tricks there. The Gigas, which
that card was doing so much good work on defense for people I saw play it because he becomes a 9k for nothing.
Yeah,
and he's got a penalty on attacking, but
it's kind of similar to Ozma.
Yeah,
I feel like you're gonna want him to use it much more on blocking than anything else, and hard to get rid of because he's
Very
a monster.
hard.
So, Sahagin. So again, free activation on a 3-cost monster. He's only a 6k, but he does kind of let you filter. So not necessarily a bad idea to have him. A 1-cost evoker, lock. Which again, if you've got them, it's not necessarily bad because it lets you kind of filter through your deck. But again, unless you got the Celices, it's kind of tough to.
He's a little undercosted.
Yeah. Illusionist, we've kind of already
overcosted.
talked about that, and Chocobo.
Chocobo. I mean, I saw some people playing Chocobo. I get it. It's you could potentially open a ton of those. You could be running 5 of them, and that would be that would be a dream.
Put them all out onto the field.
It's probably a pipe dream.
I think we actually got to see someone play 3 of them in one turn.
I heard.
Today.
I heard someone. I didn't see him, but I heard someone talking about it. And I would brag about it too if I did.
Summoner, which is never bad. You're getting to reduce a summon by 2. Never bad. Monk, again, kind of good on setting up for some getting rid of tricky forwards. Alcid, I want to say I really like this card. I think this card is going to see some play in constructed. Again, getting to deal dulling 2 forwards with no restrictions. Ice had this in a 5-drop backup.
True.
So now Lightning has it in a 3-drop backup. Granted, his name is Alcid.
Yeah.
But I don't think you necessarily need it in the right tempo build. Colossus, which again we're gonna play nasty with Alcid or Orlando. Chime, Bard, our Evoker. Pain, which was super tough to deal with because it can't be targeted by abilities.
Yeah.
By summon. Sorry.
There's not a lot of abilities in this set in sealed. Not a ton at least, but yes.
But still,
sticks.
A 4-drop 8k.
Well. Yeah.
And it can't be targeted by summons. This guy's super broken.
I like that guy a lot.
Hey, do you have a card that you think wins you the game? Go get it.
Yeah.
That's what he says. And Diaper Burn. That's the name of this dragon. Diaper Burn.
Dirt Dragon.
Dirt Dragon. You just get to break a forward of 3 or less.
It's pretty good.
So not terrible.
It's not bad at all. All right, so we're going for the rares first.
Yeah, so we'll do our rares first. These are foils. These are rares. What's our over/under on legendaries?
You'll at least get 1.
Okay.
I'm going to say you're going to get 1 and 1 foil as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
That is a pretty one. We got a Laguna with the Omano art. Granted, he's a little undercosted, but he gets you a Squall. I think it's going to be fun and title, but I don't think there's really going to be any other play anywhere else for him. Makes me sad because I love 8, but just don't think it's going to work out. Krill. I just, in my head, I thought Krillin. And I was like, that's sad. I don't even actually know what this one is. I didn't pay attention to a lot of the Earth. You can pay 2 and choose 1 forward you control. During this turn, it cannot be returned to its owner's hand by summons or abilities. So, anti-bounce.
Yeah, it's also a sign of the 7th Dawn, which is becoming more and more relevant.
There it is, Spiritus. That was
Spiritus.
the other one we were talking about. So again, a dark backup. You can play 2 more on there, but when he enters, you can search for another dark forward. So that's kind of an interesting card there. Shuyin.
Hey, Chris. Chris's favorite card.
This is your favorite card. You can leave it in the comments how
Chris
much you
is
love
just
it.
gonna make a deck with 3 Shuyins and 47 other cards.
That's gonna be it.
He's
47
already told
backups
us, yeah.
and 3 Shuyins.
Yeah.
I actually got another one of these in my pre-release kit, and I didn't play it there either. I don't think you play it now. But something interesting, you can, if you get the Quetzalcoatl, play this, and on the stack, play your Quetzalcoatl to give this a buff, and then steal something. But I think that's a way too much investment.
And that's the thing about the card is it's like for 5 CP, it shouldn't rely so heavily on another card to be really helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to get other stuff to make it better. This would have been pack 5's rare. There we go.
That's good.
We got one legendary.
I'm a fan of this legendary.
Good old Maria
it might
herself.
actually be really good in. I think it's gonna be good in both formats, but you're definitely getting another Category 2 card in Guy. So all of her abilities are pretty relevant.
Yeah, or just playing Leon with
True.
her. You know,
true.
like
Yeah.
it could be an interesting little build there. And then Rickard.
Anime Rickard.
Yeah, the anime Rickard. Again, you can go search a Minwoo or a Scott or a Joseph, which the really thing that you're probably only searching right now is Minwoo.
Yeah, but I mean.
But who knows? I mean, there
it's
could
still
be some
good.
interesting things.
He's a 5 CP AK that's going to net you a card. I think he's just worth playing if you have any target to find with him.
True. He's a Dragoon too, so that's
Yep.
a thing as well.
Yeah, it is.
So,
All right.
all right. So
See
our
these
first
foils.
foil,
Oh,
Ooh!
that's a good looking foil.
the commander of the Temple Knights himself.
I mean, that's a card that has a lot of text and it's all good stuff. There's not a lot of downside to this card.
This guy, if you get him, you play him and you slam him down and you say, "Get rid of him,"
Yeah, I mean,
because
you
if
do.
not, he takes over a game just
Yeah.
flat out.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right, we're gonna pick these up and bring them up closer to the camera, guys. Geomancer. You just put into Briggs and choose one attacking forward, deal at 4K. Yeah, I think it's
That's
more of a
not bad.
sealed thing.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to see a lot of play, but you know, who
Who
knows?
knows?
It's not something bad. A foil shot trooper.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about it. I think it's a good card. It's going to be getting rid of something that's you don't have the way to remove.
That's a good looking foil right there.
That is a pretty looking foil. You guys might not be able to see all the beauty on it, but it's a shiny Bahamut EX. Again, deal something 10k. That's something that Fire's been having trouble with because it's a lot of ping damage. But now just being able to basically flat out blow up anything in the game just about with the buffs, only at the risk of taking another damage, not necessarily bad.
No, I mean, there's certain points you don't care. Oh, foil
Ooh.
Ramu. It's a dark foil, but I love it.
You can barely tell. It's very, very hard to see. But
I mean, anytime in Sylvie, you're just happy to see those in your packs.
yeah, this is just a
It's
bomb
really,
card. You
really
play
good.
it. It's super good.
And where are we at now? Oh, I like that. I just personally like
Adam,
that.
Adam just jumped off the
Yeah.
table there. You might not have.
Just gonna take.
He's just
actually
gonna
from you.
steal that one.
So good. I mean, a 2 CP backup that you can play turn 1, and then anytime you draw it, you're like, you know what? I'll just go get another card, any other card in my entire deck. So I think he had a pretty good sealed box there too.
I'm not. This is a very definitely an different way that I did my first pre-release, but could be a lot of fun. So
Well, let's see if we can come up with anything good with these. So here's what we came up with, guys. This is Adam's on the left here with the divider, keeping this pin, and Austin's on the right. I'm going with 4 colors. That's something that in every sealed I've done, I've had to go 4 colors. Sometimes you get lucky with 3. I don't really think you can run 2 if you are doing the simplified sealed. But basically what I'm running here, there's a little bit of synergy. I've got some Category 2 stuff up here with 2 guys, a Minwoo and a Paul. Minwoo doesn't have too many targets. I've got all my summons right here. But it'd be great to get a Quetzalcoatl off with him during combat for free. I've got a little bit of Category 8 stuff going on between Ward, Cypher, and Kyros. Zell's in there too. Zell is a warrior. I've got warrior over here. Ward is helping those two. So something happened in there. I think it's Kyros is the warrior. And Cypher has targets for all of his abilities, and I also have the fusion in here. My backups aren't anything especially exciting. I've got the 2 Moogles and I've got the Chocomog to find one, but they're really just cards that I can play and get things down. I'm also running these 3 animate monsters that kind of help get my forward package a little bit higher, and that's as far as I could get. And
I can't really justify running Dark Lord in a deck that only has 42 cards, so he didn't
You
make
can totally
the
do
cut.
it. He's well
I
worth
mean,
it.
that would be very, very. That would be super style points if you could win that way, but I can't. So tell me about yours.
So we were a little light on forwards. We actually only have 14 here. So it's going to be more of like a 5-color control deck. We do have Amaric, which is going to be able to buff all of our guys, which is really good. And he's sticky because he doesn't have to. You have to deal him 10k to get rid of him, or 9 or 10k. We also have a warrior, the 5-drop warrior. We have Ward, so they kind of play together. We also have a Kyros, so that plays together. We have a Cypher and an Ultimecia, so kind of similar to what Adam had. We kind of have that same similar package there. Have a Maria who can kind of buff all the other forwards. This is just kind of like the extra stuff to have forwards there. You're not really happy about it. None of the backups are super special, but just enough to be able to play. But the stuff that I really want to focus on is the Thornton, because again, it's a 5-drop. It's a backup, but it's an EX, so I can go tutor a card. Also, a 1-of ice card of Kazuza, because you can pitch any card to play it as a backup, and it's going to blow up anything with 10k damage coming in. So that feels good. But a lot of what the focus is on, we've got 2 of the EX Bahamut, so again, blowing up their forwards, potentially taking that damage, but erasing their forwards. A Titan, a Cactar, a Ramu. We've got 3 of the dragons, so the Mushu to be able to blow up a dull forward. Wingburn blowing up something 3 or less. Wingburn blowing up a 9k or more. So there's a lot of good removal here. So I kind of have to let them build up and then slowly chip away at them with EX Burst and Summon package that kind of helps me get through it. And then we have some other monsters, a Gigas, a Zoo, Colossus, that kind of help us with the kind of light forward package.
So I don't think we're going to run these decks out. We might just do it for fun, but we're not going to tape it since we already had a match with us in the live pre-release for you guys to watch. This is just what we would try and do with the polls that you just saw. But, this is who knows if this would be really good or not. I'm just happy with my pack openings.
I can tell you this would be a 5-0, 5-color control.
I mean, you do have bombs and you have removal. That's the 2 most important things in sealed. So who knows? You know a lot better than I do. This is probably better than what I actually ran today. But your pool is what it is. So hey, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We'd love to hear about how your pre-release went, and if you want to brag about some of your great plays or some of your great pack rewards, then please do. And if we weren't looking forward to Opus 6, I think we definitely are now. These cards are a lot of fun, and the meta is definitely going to be shook. So
I certainly agree.
So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.